Namaste. Hello, Sarah is here. Sarah Rose knows, as they say sometimes. I'm going to practice some yoga, but also that was just the sound of my cat jumping off the cat tree. Some somatic healing. We're going to work on grounding. So we're going to use a ball underneath our feet tonight to rub the feet. We're going to also use a block. And then I'm not going to make you cry on purpose or anything like that, but you might need some tissues as we're going to work on some breath that might move some of the mucus from side to side. Just to let you know, I do have a eucalyptus and manduka honey lozenge in my mouth, and I'm using eucalyptus in my diffuser to help to keep everything kind of moving and awake. So if there's anything that you want to do to make yourself cozy, if it's a scented oil, if it's opening the window, if it's kind of cool or warm and you just want to let some air in. But we're going to do something that makes us open up our senses and opens up our lungs tonight. So anything that'll help you do that. So I'm going to back up back there a little bit and then we will get started. I'm actually going to move this light just a little bit. I thought I had done it already. Put this here. Okay. So I might even have to just get it out of the way. There's some chimes here, so that's not really pretty. But hopefully that'll help us stay more lit up tonight so you can see me a little better. All right. So we're going to start in a comfortable seat. And what we're doing here is we're going to take, I feel like I'm too far away now. Isn't that funny? Probably not though, right? I'm going to scooch a little forward. I'm going to bring my tissues with me. All right. I just always feel like I'm really far away. So I'm going to take a nice comfortable seat, and if that means that you need to sit on a blanket to bring your sit bones to kind of tilt forward so your knees can go kind of wide, go ahead and do that. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring your hand to your heart and a hand to your belly area. Eyes can gaze at one point, or you can close your eyes. And just take a moment here to arrive tonight, arrive in your body. Arriving in your body, on your mat, and in your life. Allowing yourself this time to receive. And if it's in your heart to set an intention for yourself, it could be that of letting go. We're moving from the end of April right now at this time. You might be viewing this at a later time into May. There's also going to be a full moon. Not an astrologer, but I follow a few astrologers in social media, and I've heard them talking about this being a big deal to cut ties with any old ideas that don't serve you. And I was really feeling that too. I was feeling like I am on a precipice of something. And I've been a little bit under the weather, which is unlike me. I eat pretty clean, and so it was a little surprising to be kind of knocked off my feet. But some of that is just recalibrating to this new vibration, this bigger frequency that I'm not used to. So just knowing that we're all, if we want to, we're going to there. And it means that we have to let go of the old and we need to lighten up. So some of that is just getting rid of any of the old stories, the old stuck stuff that our body's still harboring or holding on to. So allowing yourself to just let go of some of that stuff tonight. We'll collectively take a deep breath in, breathing into the back of the body, the front of the body. And from the right hemisphere to the left hemisphere of your body, let all the breath out. Again, as you inhale to the back of the body, the front of the body, the left, the right, all the way down to the bottom of the lungs, all the way up to the collarbones, and go ahead and let all that breath out. You can let it out of your mouth or out of your nostrils. Good. So I'm going to take, I'm going to do Nodi Shodhana. I'm going to take your peace fingers on your right hand and you either place it at your third eye center, or bring your ring finger and your thumb to the outside of your nostril, right here. Yeah, and if that's too much, you can always, I just kind of, I teach it this way because I feel like this is easier for people to see my face. And I'm sorry, I am using my right hand, so I am not mirroring you in this because my brain likes me to do the right hand. I know. Other things I will mirror you. I will say it's my right foot when I'm in fact using my left foot. But for this, my body just says I have to do it this way. So my apologies there. I'm not mirroring you. You are using your right hand for this, unless you really want to use your left, and I'm not going to judge. We're going to go ahead and close off your nostril with your thumb and take an inhale here through your left nostril, close off the nostril, open the right nostril, and exhale. You're going to inhale through that same nostril, the right nostril, and then close the thumb, exhale left. Inhale left nostril, close, open the right nostril, and exhale. Inhale right nostril, close, open the left nostril, exhale. So I can kind of feel a little, and we can keep going. Excuse me here for a moment. I could actually really feel the stuff's moving, right? The mucus is coming out. That's what the tissues are for. Usually I'd be like leaving the room. In a yoga class, we might all be blowing our nose. Inhaling through the left nostril. Close, open the right, exhale. Inhale, right nostril. Close, open left, exhale. Eyes can be open or closed. And again, inhale. Through that left nostril, exhale, right. Inhale, right. Close, open left, exhale. Inhale, left. Open right, exhale. Inhale, right. Close, open left, exhale. So I'm going to let you take a few rounds on your own, as this really did move some stuff for me. I'll be right back. Nodi itself means channel, so we're opening up a channel in the body. Finishing up, we're going to finish up on that right side as you exhale out of the right nostril. Just take a few moments here as you either close your eyes or gaze at one point. You can rest your hands on your lap. Just take a moment here to feel that, like that inhale. As long as your nasal passages are open, inhale through the nostrils, past the throat, that inflation of the lungs from back of body to front of body to both the right and the left hemisphere, from bottom of lungs up to the collarbones as you notice that breath bouncing around. Nice. All right, so eyes again, they can stay open or closed. I just lost my ball. Let's have to find it again. But here it is. I'm going to come back to my mat so you can kind of see me a little better. And what we'll do here is we're going to recline on your back. I'm going to scooch back so you can see my feet. And then bring the ball underneath my right foot right here. So I'm going to scooch. I'm going to make sure you can see my foot. I might just move. You can kind of see my foot. I'm going to move the camera just a little bit and the computer down just a little bit so you can see a little better. All right. So the ball goes right underneath your right foot. You can be on your back. There we go. Nice. Good. And we're just going to roll from back to forward. Just warming up the bottom of the feet, moving to your heel. Maybe you give your heel a little love. Good, and then we're going to pass the ball, and sometimes this is where I lose the ball, to the other foot, and moving back, moving the foot back and forward, and giving that heel a little love. And this side I really feel it a little more, so I gave that one a little bit more love perhaps. Okay. And then we're going to switch it back to the right foot. I'm going to come on up and find your ball and come to tabletop. On your tabletop, inhale, lift up through the crown of the head, the tailbone. On your exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, round. And find a neutral spine. Nice. Now step your right foot forward, and this is where I'm actually going to grab two blocks, and you don't have to use two blocks, you can just have one. So here we go. All right. Have our blocks if we need to. The right foot steps forward. I'm going to bring your ball underneath your right foot, and you could have your hands underneath the blocks. You can kind of come up like this and just roll out. And it might feel like, if you've never done this before with a ball, it might feel super uncomfortable. My ball's a little bit hard, right? So it just kind of depends if you have a squishier one or not. Okay. A lot of this just helps to relax out the fascia that's in the body, to relax the nervous system. You know, back, you can go quick. I went slow at first. Good. And we're going to go right to that other side. If that helps, again, you can find either your one block, right? You can have one block here. You might have two at home. And just kind of moving forward and back. You might do no blocks and come up. This creates some case where you need to use a little bit of stability to lift yourself up. feel the bones kind of cracking in my foot. In a nice way, not like in a cracking way, but in like a nice releasing way. Nice. Good. I feel like we did somewhat even with both sides, so doing that for a while. Nice. Alright, so we're going to have one block is all you need. Alright, come on up. Any way you want to get there to stand. We're going to bring your foot to your block. There you go. And just start to stretch your toes. You want your toes to kind of hang off your block like this. Allow your toes to stretch down. You can lift them up and massage the top of your foot. You can work, we call Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is an inhale through the nostrils, past the throat, into the lungs, and then out of the lungs, past the throat and out of the nostrils. And flex, you can flex and point. Actually kind of come up a little bit and just stand on that foot. You make your opposite foot kind of a little bit weightless. Okay, and we'll come on down and bring this opposite foot over. My left foot was getting a little jealous there. But yeah, you really want to come pretty much to where your toes can just hang off. You can use your hand to massage the foot a little bit. And point and flex. Notice the beautiful arch in your foot as you press down through your big toe mound, your inner heel. And of course the pinky toe mound and the outer heel. Good. We're going to shift your weight into this foot and just kind of lift up a little bit. Just notice outside there's a bush outside that we have that the flowers, which I thought the deer had mostly eaten that bush. There's just a couple of pink flowers that bloomed. Yeah. Good. And then come on down. Nice. Awesome. All right. You're going to bring these over to the side. So your ball doesn't get in the way. Good. You're going to come on down to your tabletop once more, hands and knees. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Good. I'm going to bring your knees, I don't know if you can see them here, but my knees are just slightly wider than underneath the hips. I'm going to do a little flow here. So on your inhale, I'm going to take my glasses off. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. On the exhale, round through the spine. It's like a kitty cat tilt through the spine. Almost like a puppy stretch as your seat goes back in space. Good. Then inhale back to tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels high so you come to like high-heeled feet on your tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees all the way down to your mat. Inhale, crown of head, tailbone lifts. On your exhale, round through the spine for your puppy stretch, or almost like a child's pose. That's your exhale. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as you lift the heels high. Exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale, crown of head, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round through the spine, child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale, crown of head, tailbone lifts. Exhale, as you round through the spine, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale, crown of head, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round through the spine, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale, crown of head, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round through the spine, round through the spine, puppy stretch. Then find your tabletop once more. You're gonna lower all the way down onto your belly. There goes my ball again. That's okay. Yeah, and you guys can see me. So you're gonna bring your arms out like a T. Bring your right hand close to your breastbone, your right breastbone. I'm gonna roll right onto your right shoulder. Okay. And then this right foot right here can come behind your back. It might be in front of your leg or behind the leg. Sorry, I didn't mean back, I meant behind the leg. You have a few options with your right hand. Some of you might be able to bring the arm up and overhead as you reach for opposite fingertips. Some of you are going to keep the hand right where it is. And just notice what you notice here. If your head feels super uncomfortable, that might be a nice place to find a blanket for your head. Sometimes I just use a sweatshirt if the floor feels a little too hard. Good, and then unwind. I'm going to slowly lower down. I'm going to bring your other arm out. Bring the left hand to your left breastbone, so kind of close into your rib cage. And then start to rotate onto the opposite arm. You find your stretch. You have a nice, beautiful stretch here. There are options here on the opposite arm. Those of you that can mesh the hands, you can take it there. You're going to unwind once again and lower onto your belly. Prop yourself up onto your forearms, and this might be where you stay. Right, so when you're on your forearms for this seal pose, your elbows are pretty much right underneath your shoulders. If you're not feeling that much of a back bend, also you can bring your feet a little wider than hip width distance. So your feet might be out to the corners of your mat. So you can stay here, you can prop yourself up onto your hands as you come up into, that was Sphinx, this is Seal, sorry. I'm really backwards with my words today. So you can come up and prop yourself up onto your hands for a bigger back bend. You just have a few breaths here. Eyes are open or closed. Allowing yourself to notice the sounds of your own breath. On the inhale, if you need a mantra or a mind tool. Man meaning mind, tra meaning tool. Then you can say peace, the exhale, love. You can even say on the inhale, I am. Or inhale, sat. On the exhale, nam. Just have a few more breaths here, wherever you are. If you're in your Sphinx or up high in your seal. I'm going to slowly start to lower down. If you're in your Sphinx, you're just going to bring one hand on top of the other. Rest the forehead into the pillow, which is your hands. And just take a few moments here in your crocodile. Rest your forehead onto your hands and just notice. Notice the texture of the mat underneath you. And so you can stay there. You can stay there for your Shavasana. For some people, that can feel very calming instead of a belly up reclining position. If you're coming to a reclining position on your back, you can just roll over onto your back. But I'm going to give you that choice. And just for purposes so you can hear my voice better, I'm going to walk you through a relaxation. So I'm going to come up, but you go ahead and stay where you are. So being on your back, it might feel really nice to have your knees bent, which is a-okay, or you can recline on your left side. So lots of options to make yourself comfortable. I'm going to take your right hand and curl up your fingers and make a fist. Good. And feel that fist tension in your wrist up to your elbow. Tighten all the way up to your shoulder and take a deep breath in. And then let it all go. Uncurl the fingers from the fist. Allow the right arm and hand to rest even heavier into the earth. With your left hand, do the same thing. You're going to make a fist. Tense up from your fist, your hand to your wrist, to your elbow, to your shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And then let it go. Allow the whole entire left arm and hand to get heavier and heavier. And from your right toes, make a fist with your right foot to your ankle, to your knee, to your hip. Tense up the whole entire leg. Take a deep breath in. And let it all go. The whole entire right leg, from your hip to your knee, to your ankle, to your toes, to get heavier and heavier towards the earth. And with your left leg, from your left toes to your ankle, to your knee, to your hip, tense up. Take a deep breath in and let it all go. Just as you allow that all to go, so you can imagine, like in your mind, as if you were making a fist with anything that's going on that's kind of bouncing around in your brain. And crinkle that up like a piece of paper. And then let it all go. Let it all out. If you need a few more moments in your Shavasana, please stay there. Those are the chimes in the background. If not, you can slowly start to bring yourself back up. You can always set a timer and have a few moments of meditation, to maybe even 20 minutes of meditation right now, to even just staying in a relaxing shape for a little longer. But if not, come on up and we'll see you again. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I will see you again next time. And be well. Make sure that you drink some water after that movement and opening up. We opened up so that even the stretching of the feet and the massaging of the feet opened up some passageways, improved your immune system. There's a lot of nadis and channels in the feet. So we're working on getting your immune system up and running, but also grounding yourself energetically into this lifetime. And I'll see you next time. See you soon.